Welcome, everyone, to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will get the first crack at it here. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. The play action fake. Quick strike complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And when you run those track routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Using the quick game.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off play action. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here no matter where you are in the field. You can keep this drive going.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. It's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Noles send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll try the run. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Northwestern right back to the line. The run from the shotgun. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Porter. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the 1st points of the day come on that field goal.
Northwestern 3, Florida State 0.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tuafili. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Dropping back, it's Glenn. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure comes. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Wildcats. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player, give me that 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball, they wanted to do something with it, and they did. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Morlock. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
He's tackled at the 22-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Fires to the tight end. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting the play.
Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snags it down the right side. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Northwestern! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Number 16.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something in there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Glenn. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Northwestern. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. A first down for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's to Afili. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Brings up second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
The Seminoles will line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Right down the middle. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Holds it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And here comes the offense on second down. On the move, it's Tuafili. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
1 yard line. Brings up third down.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
What do you do now if you're on defense? I mean, not only do you have to worry about this specific running back on this offense and what he can do to hurt you, but you got this quarterback as well. It is such a dangerous 1-2 punch. They're going to be giving opposing defenses nightmares down the road.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the catch. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Exceptional footwork to stay in bounds, and just a little bit better, and he could have scored.
Yeah, if he keeps his balance or gets the speed going upfield a little bit more, he might get into the end zone, but just kind of ran out of space over there on that sideline.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The Wildcats are in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Caught in the backfield, it's Gordon. And they do a really good job, not as easy as it looks, to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
To the air on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Coming after him. Caught near the sideline, it's Porter.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On the ground, it's Tuafili. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Timeout, Northwestern.
And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They move the tight end all over. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Gordon. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He's looking for a man on second down. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
27, Florida State 7.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Glenn. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy #1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That's reeled in. It's Douglas. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
At the 43. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Setting up the screen. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He'll keep it himself. The Seminoles get enough for the first down.
Such an advantage when you have an athletic quarterback today in college football because they can help you move the sticks with their legs. Great open field running ability by this QB.
The Noles are moving quickly down the field. Wide out in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle. So a drive there of 82 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
27.
Trying to get back in this game with that last score. It's a 13-point game as they're set to kick off. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the Wildcats want to move quickly. Trying play action. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Porter. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
At midfield, he's got room. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Finds his man. It's Douglas. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Touchdown Seminoles! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
He's got it on the right. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Complete to the wideout. Gain of 9. And that's good enough for a first down.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Reads it, fires complete. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Second down coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Porter. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got his man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Pickup of 11. And a first down for the offense.
New set of downs after that completion. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Gain of 2. Brings up second down.
They want to get this defense on its heels. Off the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
And they'll try to tack on 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
No good. That keeps the score. Northwestern 33.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 11, set to kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Gonna run it. It's Tuafili. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Glenn. It's complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. The give to the left side. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Northwestern right back to the line. Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
He's looking to throw, and he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
That makes the score Northwestern 36, Florida State 21.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. Powers through the defender.
And in this situation, late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
After that last completion, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. Handoff from the gun. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
He's back off play at the 21-yard line. Third down coming.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Florida State 21.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He'll start this drive firing. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Wants to throw. It's Glenn. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game, and you're going to have to just start taking shots.
And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. On second down, they'll take to the air. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man. It's Tuafili. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On second down, wants to throw. It's complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Now from inside the red zone. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pushes ahead for a pickup of one down to the 13.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up third down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Glenn. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the one. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1 yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. So it's an 80-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass.
39. Florida State, 28.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there in this situation. You know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Brings up 3rd down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Pulls it in on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. He'll just keep slinging it. Snagged in the middle. It's Tuafili. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
It leads to 2nd down.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense has to do a better job defending the sideline. You've got to keep the ball carrier down in bounds to keep the clock moving, try to bleed this thing.
And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, it's Glenn. He caught it. And he was close to scoring with that one. Defense runs him out of bounds at the 3.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, no! And here they come, almost all the way back.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this 2-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. They'll try to run it in. He is denied, no good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.